In my last tutorial, I discussed operators, the arithmetic operators. Now there's other operators that we're going to discuss today called relational operators. So we're going to actually use some of the similar operators and actually use them for their intended purposes. We're going to use greater than, less than, equals to, does not equal to, greater than or equal to, and less than and equal to. So we're going to still use our same two values here, a and b, but we need to change these since we're not actually doing any kind of arithmetic to them. So we'll delete these right here, and we'll go back into our this view, and we'll change these. And we'll change it is equal to. Does not equal to. Greater than. Change this one to less than. Do greater equal to. Less equal to. Alright, and that should be all of them that we need to discuss today, so delete the last one. Now when we go back to our activity, we'll have some errors that we need to fix these. Since these no longer exist, we'll say does not equal greater than less than greater equal to less equal to. So we need to change these since these don't match up. Oh, is equal to, so. Okay, so now we need to build relationships. So we have A and B, so let's do the relationship between these. If A is equal to B, we'll say is equal to dot set text. A is equal to B, else is equal to dot set text. A does not equal B. So then the next thing we're going to do is do does not equal to. If A does not equal B, does not equal to set text. A does not equal B, else sorry. A is equal to B. So these are basically opposite statements. All right, so then we're going to do greater than. If A is greater than B, sorry, this only gets 1. Greater than equal to the greater, sorry, and set text. A is greater than B. Else is, we'll do this as a backward statement. B is greater than A. If A is less than B, less than set text. A is less than B. Else. B is less than A. And then now we'll do greater than and equal to if A is greater or equal to B. Greater equal to, let's set text. A is greater than or equal to B. Else A is not greater than or equal to B. If A is less than or equal to B, A is less than or equal to B. Else A is not less than or. All right, so here's all of our statements that are in a relational, that rely on our relational operators. All right, so when we run this, we'll get all of our statements that are all, so these should all be true statements since we have our, so A is 2, B is 3, so A does not equal B, that is true. So we have that twice. So if, now we have B is greater than A, which is also true. A is less than B, which is true. A is not greater than or equal to B, which is true. And A is less than or equal to B, which is also true. So all of these are true statements based on whether or not, based on a relationship between A and B. Now we can also use these for our programming to determine, well, if this is this, then we can do this, or if not, do this. Run separate commands so that we can, figure out what we want to do. All right, so this is relational operators, and there's some more operators that we can add in a little bit that are, also helpful. We can combine a lot of these operators into one line, since we have these two are essentially the same or related to each other. Same with the greater than and less than, and same with equal to. These two these can all be bunched together into the same operator. Now it's also, you should note that you can also say in here, you can put this exclamation point in front of the A, and it's also saying the same thing. So if we do exclamation points, or sorry, it would be if we're referring to strings or something like that. If we were doing strings, we could say if A does not equal to B, like in a string, we can put the exclamation point in front. Or if we're dealing with a Boolean, we're saying that something is, if it's false, do that. So you may come across the exclamation point being outside of outside of a phrase. Actually, I think it probably would work if we did this. No, it doesn't. All right. Oh, you know what? I forgot the other brackets, so it actually probably would work. Let's see. Yeah. So if you see a phrase like this where the exclamation point is on the outside, it just means does not equal to or is false. All right. So hope this tutorial helps you out, especially if you've already started looking into some example code where you might see something that you just flat out don't understand why that is what it is. It's likely due to an operator. So try to think logically, vertical to down, and try to determine, in order what it is. It's a lot easier if when you're setting up your code, to do it linear like this. If you're going to be reusing snippets of code, obviously branch that out and refer to it, because you can reuse bits of code. But when you're getting started, it might be worth the extra work just to get a grasp of the operators and the booleans and the basic data types, to actually use them, like to do the long work instead of try to shortening your code. Work on shortening your code after you've gotten a hang of this. Okay, so hope this tutorial was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions.